I got a hidey hole right there where I have shoved things all year long. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a little bit different. It's a lot bit different. I'm kind of going back to my roots, and I'm here at the house and I am filming my holiday decor home tour. That kind of rhymed, didn't it? So we'll go ahead and start in this room. Oh, and before this video is over too, stay tuned because I got a hidey hole right there where I have shoved things all year long that I've picked up. And so we're gonna go through that today too. I don't even know what's in there. So we're gonna be surprised together. All right, we're gonna start in my family room. As you can see behind me, this is my tinsel tree. I purchased this tree from a friend of mine. It was her grandmother's tree. And so it kind of has special meaning to me because it being her grandmother's, and she had special fond memories of it. So it just means a lot to me. I do have it on a little table here because it's a shorter tree. And I do have the original collar wheel that goes with it, but they honestly scare me to death. So what I do is I use one of these little lights you can get them at Walmart, and they're the ones that you can put on the outside of your house, and it makes it kind of twinkle. It looks like you have lights on your house, but it works really well. You can see on the roof there. You kind of at night you kind of feel like you're sitting in a big disco ball. It's kind of fun. This year now this is my hidey hole cabinet, so we're going to be going through you. You're next. You're going to be going through you after a bit, but these are the blow molds that I have. I only have 3. I thought I had more. I don't know if I've sold them or what, but I honestly thought I had more. But I got the big Santa back there, and then the shorter guy right there, and I do have him standing on a cake server. I do that a lot with my displays. I use these cake servers a lot to build a little bit of height, especially on a tall cabinet like that. And then I have the long one right here, Santa and the reindeer. This was painted by my mother-in-law in 1981. I love it, love it, love it. So this is something that I will always keep, and I always hang it right there at Christmas time. So thank you, Georgette. I love it. I love it. And then we have a little something that was made by my sweet little Emma girl. I don't know if she has the date on it or not, but I always hang that up as well. I had every intention on hanging a wreath there, but it just never happened, so we hung him as bell there instead. And here I have a puppy, so we gate off some of the house, that's why. So here is my little Santa concert. They're all listening to good old Bing Crosby. That's all you get because of, YouTube will be mad. But we have all of my fun Santas. He is my favorite. He's a big guy. Look at his face. He has got look, he's like giving him the side eye. He's giving him the side eye. And then we've got this guy. Oh, there's Dad. Then I've got my little vintage Santa dinger bell. I don't have batteries in him. I can't remember if he works. He's quite loud and quite annoying. You can tell the difference between the more vintage ones and the more modern ones basically by the texture of their hair. The older ones have a very distinctive kind of a silkier texture to their hair. Then I have a Harold Gale Santa right here. This was a Santa cutout that I had in my classroom, but I've just brought it with me. And I used to write on my whiteboard, little messages from Santa every day to the kids. My styrofoam Santa hat, or Santa face. And then I use the Shiny Brights on the tinsel tree, but I use the boxes too. I just set them down there. And my globes are normally on the up here. They're normally up there with the other ones, but I just kind of stuck them down there. But this is the concert of Bing. And now I did buy Bing from Goodwill. He works well, but his mouth doesn't move anymore. So that's unfortunate. But he plays several different songs. They sell for a pretty decent amount of money on eBay, but I love him. So I'm keeping him. He's mine. All right, we're going to back it up here to my forest of ceramic trees. And my blow mold Santa, that's one of my favorites. I keep my blow molds inside my house I like to enjoy them. I want to sit and enjoy them. So I sit right here of an evening and get a look at Santa in all of his glory. Here are my trees. Now, I've had this one for years. As well as this one. This one did not have a base, but I found a base at Goodwill, and it actually, I mean, it isn't the base that goes with it, but it works. So there we go. If you see these bases at Goodwill, buy them, because people they need replacements. I find these all the time without a base. So just buy them if you see them. This one I bought off of Alex, Chapter 2 Vintage Co. this year. And then we just stuck a light in it because it didn't have a light. And then this one I bought from the Ohio Extravaganza on the last day when they were packing up. I paid $20 for it. So that was a pretty good deal on that one. This is a beautiful pedestal bowl that Dad found that I was like, no, I'm keeping that. That doesn't go in there, but this clear light bulb, I'm not sure. But I just put some red beads and some of these small little Christmas ornaments in it. And I've got my little serving bells. I just like silver. I just like to add a little bit of mix of silver. And then in my flower frog, I have favorite carols for the Christmas season. It's just a vintage, I think it's from a bank. Yeah, Old National Bank. It's got Christmas songs in it. And they would hand those out during the holidays at the bank. One of my favorite things. Now, this was a wreath made by my best friend, Cindy, and she used all vintage ornaments. It does light up, but I have the cord tucked in because I don't really have anywhere to plug it in without running an extension cord. And I like the way that it looks on this old window. But see, she's got the reflectors and a Christmas tree topper. So she made this for me for Christmas one year. And I love it. This little shelf. And if you see the big heart behind me in a lot of my videos, this is also made by Little Red Porch. She's got a website. I'll try to link it below, but I love this. I love maps. And so we've got Indiana and a little heart there, but it says, I've seen beautiful places, but home is my favorite. So that's one of the other signs that she makes. So here I've got these. I got these from the bins a couple years ago. We've got, or maybe last year. I don't remember. I haven't been to the bin since February, and I'm a little sad about it, but this is the little crewel of Santa and Mrs. Claus. I don't really have them hung where I wanted them, so they're just kind of hanging out there. And they'll probably will stay there all year. Oh, come on, Santa. Sit the right way. These are little ornaments, and I love them. They're the 3 wise men. They're just those little vintage flocked ornaments. I don't know, I just really like them. They're very mid-century looking. So I have those sitting up there, and there's Mrs. Claus back there. I have these guys just sitting in a drawer, and then just a bottle brush tree there. And Alex, Chapter 2 Vintage Co. sent me that last year. She sent me a couple of them. I've got them kind of scattered around. And then up here on this shelf, I've got a vintage die-cut Santa, and a Santa and sled, a Merry Christmas sign that I got from the bins. This is adorable. This I ordered online. I just had to have it. Let's see if I can get it going. But it is a miniature aluminum tree. And look at this. I mainly wanted it because of the little color wheel. I think that it's adorable. So I got that. I think it's on Amazon. I think I got it last year. And then this little Believe sign was just wood. And I think I got it at Joann's or Hobby Lobby, and I painted it red. So that is the shelf above our couch. And there's Maybelle. Maybelle, they haven't seen you in a while. She's getting so big. She goes Monday and gets spayed. And there's always toys everywhere because Maybelle is like our little baby. And she likes her toys. Right? Right? She gets spayed on Monday, so Merry Christmas, Maybelle. So that is the tour of my living room. So we will go on into the next room. Okay, here I have a shelf in my entryway. And again, I like to use a lot of these silver pieces, the silver plated pieces. I need to get some wintergreen to put in there. I just haven't done that yet. But I've got a little pixie here, a girly, G-U-R-L-E-Y, not like girly as in feminine girly, but that's the brand, girly candle. And then I have a message board that it's blank right now. I haven't even put anything on it, but these are just plastic letters from that I used there. I have another Harold Gale Santa up there, and then another girly candle there. And I like the way that this turned out. This is a new shelf for me this year. I bought this shelf for my friend Luke, the Hard Times guy. I bought this from him, and I had my husband hang it. And up here I have this vintage tinsel Christmas tree star. And I just stuck it in one of my bottles. I like the red and white bottles. Those are the ones that I'm always looking for, and I like the different ones and I collect them. But this Night Before Christmas is a book from the 50s. I'm not sure who. Illustrated by Hilda Molech and Wilma Kane. What does that say? 1947. By Whitman. Whitman never disappoints. Good job, Whitman. I put that on there totally crooked. I'll fix it later. And then we got my little knee hugger elf there, and my Holt Howard salt and pepper shakers. And then the next shelf, this is a more modern Santa mug, but if I find them at Goodwill, and I buy them because I use them everywhere. I had a subscriber friend send me this little cake, plastic cake topper, and then I've got my little Santa mugs and another flocked Santa that I just stuck in this mug. This is one of my favorite pieces. It is a toothpick holder of a little reindeer from Santa Claus Land. Santa Claus Land, Indiana. Oh, and there's a Santa Claus Land frosted glass that my friend Michelle from Newton's Cupboard sent to me. There's the iconic Santa. And then I bought this from Mimi's Treasure Cottage, I believe, one of her live sales, a little Prixie holding a little ladybug. I have several of these, but these are the Holt Howard winking Santas. I got 2 more there, sitting on the litho Christmas card list box. And then down here, this is a little card that Alex Chapter 2 Vintage Co. has made for me, and it just fits right down there. This is a single Santa spaghetti shaker. It's got a big booty. So I like this shelf, and I like to do shelves. So every season or every different thing that my shelves will change, and I've got several more that you're about to see. Up here, this is my antique secretary. These are my angels. This is a new collection for me. Now some of these don't quite, well, none of them go together. They're all kind of a mismatch, but I really like these. They're like a paper. Look, that still has a Goodwill sticker on it. I tend to do that. I talked about this before. On things that I'm keeping, I usually leave the Goodwill sticker on it because I like to say, oh yeah, I paid 99 cents for that or whatever. Anyway, they're kind of the paper mache-esque. I did just buy one off of Jeffrey, so she'll be coming to my collection. I paid $1.99 for this one, probably at an antique mall. So they're very kind of 1960s. And then Alex sent me her last year. I love her face. She's so annoyed. So she's a keeper. And then I love the little boys. And I love that he is just singing his little heart out. And then this little girl here. So I like these kind of paper mache looking ones. Next on this shelf here, this is an assemblage that my mom made for me last year. She would go to Goodwill and find vessels and stuff that she could use to create these little scenes in. And this is a little cloche that she put on a plate and put a little winter scene on it and there. So I have that there. This little Santa is one that I got when I went to Illinois. Stand up, Santa. Come on. With his little pipe cleaner hands. Holly Jolly Christmas. I think that's from Target, but I got it at the bins. So I have it there. And then a subscriber friend sent me this, and I'm so happy. It's been at the shop because she sent it to me, after Christmas last year, but it's a goodie, or it's a, what do they call these? A junk jar. But look at it. Oh, I should have done these this year. But look at the knee hugger Santa. This is one of my very favorite things. I love it so much. I love it, love it, love it. And then this is another shelf that I have. Now, normally I have all my salt and pepper shaker guys on here, but I've taken them down. And actually, I'm thinning my collection of those. So those are going to be coming up on a sale very soon. I'm only going to keep a few of them because I have a ridiculous amount of them. So On the top here, we have a paper mache Santa. He is a tree topper made out of paper mache. I love him. This Santa is a tree topper, and he would light up. He no longer has his light, but he's flocked. And then I got a flocked deer, and then coming down, that is something that I got at the bins. I think it's from Target too. This is a vintage napkin holder. It's made by Lefton. My mom got me this for Christmas, I think, last year. Look at his blue eyes. He reminds me of the Lefton Santa that I sold not too long ago. But he's a little napkin holder. And then I have Mr. and Mrs. Claus up there. This is something that I found this year, and it is made by Lefton as well. And it's a little Santa trinket or sugar jar. That's just a little Prixie. I've got a vintage card back there and a red timer. And this, I don't know who made you, but I liked you, so you're in my collection. And then I've got my big Santa here. I bought this when I was in Illinois as well. Now he has a hairline crack, but I loved him, and he's good for display. I have another one of the little Santa shakers here, little spaghetti shakers. This is a vintage little tree that has these mercury balls on it. This was in a box that I got from an auction, so I set that out every year. I think these are the ones that I got from Michael. Isn't that amazing that they're still in their original packaging? Oh, it's so good. It's so good. All right, now we're heading into my dining room. Now this room right here used to be where I worked out of last year. So I don't have my inventory in here now. Now we can just enjoy it as our dining room. We are in here an awful lot. So I like having, this was our traditional tree that we had in the front room, but we moved it. It fits so much better back here. And back here, I've got another shelf. I like these shelves. But on the very top, I've got my blow mold Santa cookie jar and another sign that I got from the bins. And then my Santa collection. Now I have thinned out my Santa collection. I really have. I'm happy with the amount that I have. Just various ones. And I love finding these. They're pretty hard to find. They're getting hard to find. These vintage photos of Christmas trees. This one's from the 50s. So I have that in my flower frog. And then I have my beautiful Maine picture that came from our subscriber friend. I stuck a little bottle brush tree in it. These are Holt Howard. I don't know if you're Holt Howard or not. I think you are. No, you're not. You're Commodore. Commodore Christmas items go for a pretty penny. I got those for Christmas last year from my mom, I believe. And it also came with the toothpick holder that I have an air plant in. So there's my air plant in my toothpick holder. See, you can stick an air plant in it. It's just fine. My roly-poly, my squeakers back there. And then I have an old vintage box that I use as a riser, and with some more candy containers up there and some flock dancing Santas and some more mugs. I got a cup full of frozen Charlottes. This is a souvenir mug from my hometown, Anderson, Indiana. So I have my frozen Charlottes tucked in there. Santa, Santa, a roly-poly, or a friction Santa. I have some Christmas books with Santa on them. Rudolph, my friend Cindy got me the Rudolph mug. He's a nice kind of breakup of everything that is Santa. Look, there's an air plant in that Santa head. You can put an air plant in it, just like this. And then, these are plastic, but I thought they were fun. Salt and pepper shakers. I did just recently pick up this recycled stamp, I think in Illinois. I want to say it's in Illinois. And then down here on this bottom shelf, these are Holt Howard from 1959. They're a little bit different than, I've got more down here. You can see the difference between the two different styles. I still am looking for my Holt Howard picture. This is my solo big Holt Howard mug. I only have one. And then these are Holt Howard candle huggers. I got those for Christmas last year, I think. And then Sam and Sarah sent me the Brock's holiday greetings that I added to my display. And I have my carousel of stamps, my Santa trinket tray. This is a Lefton Santa mug. He's so happy. And I use this fruit crate just to kind of create the levels. And then I took an idea from Rachel Superior Girl Vintage, and I just shoved a bunch of flocked Santas in a jar. So there we go with that. Next we have my shelf and my scotch tint. Oh, I've got a lot. You can hardly even see my scotch thing up there. I'm gonna have to figure something else out, but I'm not getting rid of any of them. That's not the way that I'm gonna figure something out. But here is my little cart. And I've got, this was my husband's toy truck when he was a little boy. It's a Hubley or Hubley. So I put some trees in it and a flock Santa and some more scotch tins. I bought this from George the Antique Nomad. It's treasure craft. So I will keep that forever. Look, he's like, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. These little individual creamers look cute with a bottle brush tree in them. My friend Lynn just sent me this. It was from Mary, the Reclaimed Treasures by Mary. She bought it from her sale and had it sent to me. These are German candles here, these Christmas candles. And then I have these Santa and Mrs. Claus candle huggers on there. This was just something that was in a bag of stuff. It's just plastic. It's made in Hong Kong, but it's Santa with baby Jesus. So that's nice. I just recently bought this from eBay. It isn't a very old one. See, it has the barcode on it right there. But I want to get a tree to put in it. I love the graphic on it. I did just stick my roly-poly Santa in it for now. But here's another cake stand that I've painted, spray painted. And I use it for height. But I don't know where I got him. He's so cute. And then this is a nice store display flocked Santa that I love. Love, love, love. So he's standing back there with his list. And then up here, I've got the old time Christmas mix tin with a tree in it. And I love these mod Christmas tree angels, not the ones with the lights. I only like the ones without the lights. And I only have 3. I've got her, and her. I love them. So I'm looking for those. So that is my little display. Oh, I forgot over here. I've got these little lithograph boxes. I like my lithograph boxes. But this was my annoyed Santa cookie jar that I did pay up for. My aloe plant's in the way. And then this little planter here with some flocked Santas in it. So that's that little display there. So what I'm going to do now is I got to go to the shop because I'm having a sale today. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the shop, and then I'm going to come home, and then we'll go through the hidey hole. So that's the plan of the day. So I will see you all in just a little bit.